Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Proof Is Out There. Each year, there are hundreds of Bigfoot sightings across the country. Some people devote their lives to the pursuit of the creature. Well, there's no conclusive proof Bigfoot exists. When some new evidence pops up, you can bet we're going to check it out. Hickory, North Carolina, August 2019. Doug Teague is walking his dog, Crazy Daisy, in the woods near his home when he has an encounter worth recording.
Looks like it's looking over top of that stump. Look at it. He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
The object was very black with a pretty silver sheen to it.
Doug, a Bigfoot enthusiast, says the creature resembled an 8-foot gorilla.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Good question. The video is inconclusive. Let's get a closer look. It's not easy to see, but we can trace the outline of something sitting there through the trees. But Doug said the creature was doing much more before he started recording.
I heard a couple knocks, just put it off as a woodpecker. Didn't think much about it. And then a rock was through that rolled down the hill. On to the right, there was loud grunts, numerous loud grunts.
Tales of large ape-like creatures lurking in the forest of western North Carolina are as common as the region's yellow poplars.
Sighting reports there go back into the 1800s and before.
In 1979, a Bigfoot-type creature known as Nobby was reported multiple times only 40 miles away from this particular location.
And Doug says he has something else, video and casts of footprints he made at the time of the encounter.
Casts are kind of my thing, so I was excited to get in deep with this.
Cliff Barrickman, who runs the North American Bigfoot Center, compares Doug's print casts with another he considers credible.
Look at this cast, look at this cast. We have the toes across the front, what looks like an instep or an arch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a divergent little toe right here, which I really like. That comes down. I think it's safe to say that's a very strong resemblance between the two.
So Doug's video is kind of vague, but the footprints look like powerful evidence, right? Well, not so fast. There's a storied history of hoaxers who've made Bigfoot prints just to toy with the believers. So let's take the video to our experts, starting with anthropologist Kathy Strain.
So this is one of the casts that he has, and it is extremely believable. The toes are all fairly even at the top.
Strain says Doug's cast fit the profile of a giant hominid that might live in the woods.
Those are clearly footprints. They clearly look to be 15 or so inches long. I can see the toes clearly. I can see the heel clearly. I think they're beautiful evidence that what he experienced that day was real.
But when we take the prints to wildlife biologist Lucy Eckersley, she's less interested in their size than the distance between them.
They're actually up to 6 feet apart. And when you think about that in comparison to the size of the animal that creates them, the animal would have to be around 15 foot tall to have a gait that long.
Eckersley says you can't tell the size of the creature in the video, so maybe it is that big. But she pointed out something curious. Listen, there's something we're not hearing.
If this was a Bigfoot, I would actually expect the dog who is with Doug to be really, really anxious. Dogs have an extraordinary sense of smell. So if this was something brand new, maybe something like a Sasquatch that had a totally different smell to a human, the dog would probably not be keeping quiet.
So if it's not a Bigfoot, what is it? Could it be a bear? Maybe. But remember, Doug said it threw rocks. Bears don't do that.
They can grasp things between their paws, but they can't necessarily throw them.
Eckersley proposes another theory.
From what I can see, the animal is hunched over and appears to have fur covering its entire body. So it could be something like a silverback gorilla that sits in that posture.
But hold up. Gorillas are not known to hang out in North Carolina, which raises another possibility.
It could be a human who is wearing some kind of suit to make it appear like they are covered in fur.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
All things considered, I really don't know what this animal is.
I agree. The footprints and casts are fascinating, but not conclusive. And the video is a bit of a wash. We just can't see the figure clearly enough. Our best guess? Man in a suit. But we can't completely say it's not the Bigfoot Doug said it was. He's convinced.